we need to do this while we have the leverage.
Of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer, but it is one of the few leverage times we have.
You reopen the government and we lose our leverage, there has to be an agreement right now. That's what this whole shutdown is about.
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. Frankly, this is our only moment of leverage.
The idea that you would give up all of your leverage and then hopefully get some sort of great deal coming down the pike is just a fool's errand.
Why are working families the leverage the Democrats need to get Obamacare fixed?
It's the only lever we have.
Democrats have this one little sliver right now when we've got some leverage here.
Some Republican senators have pushed a bill that would pay government workers.
I think that just gives the president more leverage.
Catherine was basically expressing, in her own words, the notion that our leverage right now are our votes.
Them wanting to solve the problem that we want to solve, but do it in a couple of days or a couple of weeks when we've given up our negotiating leverage.
Without that leverage, the minority party, would be stuck in the mud and not basically have anything to negotiate.
I know there's some disagreements among the conservative party about, obliterating the filibuster. I think this video shows that we should. Honestly, for truly, I think we should just end the filibuster and start running stuff through. Trump isn't going to get anything done. The Democrats are really radicalized right now. They would rather have the country suffer for them to have leverage on people. And, it sucks in a way that we can't even trust our leaders now, even if they're Democrat. Even if, they're Democrat and you're Republican, you should still somewhat rely on them to make the right choices for your life. And they don't care. They just want leverage. They want power. They want to fund illegal immigrants. Yesterday, the Senate passed the budget to finally reopen the government after 15 times. 8 Democrats had to cave in. And there was some negotiation going on. You think the Democrats would be happy about this, right? The government reopening, everybody's getting paid, everybody's getting their SNAP benefits. Nope. They're not happy. Of course they're not. They're never happy. They even admitted that the people suffering is their leverage. So they lost their leverage. They've been losing their leverage. They never had leverage to begin with. So, I wanted to react to some of these videos of these people being mad.
Looks like we have an end to the government shutdown. However, these are the 8 Democratic elected officials that sold you out. No affordable care tax credits right now. Democrats got nothing. Democrats got nothing except for a promise to discuss affordable health care tax credits in December. So, ladies and gentlemen, that means you will be paying double, triple your affordable care credits because you're enrolling now.
They're not very happy about it. As you can see, she's not happy because we're not funding illegal immigrants, which makes me happy. If you're a conservative and you see liberals getting mad about something that happened in politics, it's a good thing. It's a sad world we live in that's reality, though. Well, the people who voted for it knew that they're going to get ousted. I'm pretty sure they had to have a meeting and okay, who's gonna take the bullet here? She's solely mad on the fact that we didn't give them Obamacare, and Obamacare is a huge scam. They were taking so much money away from us. How you pay $300 a month for your insurance, right, or $500, depending on what insurance you have, and you never see it. The insurance company gets to just keep that, and they talk about these big companies are taking our money. And we need to do something about that. And Republicans are like, okay, we agree with you. Let's go ahead and do something. No, we can't do that. We got to give insurance company this money. So it's very weird in itself that these liberals are defending Obamacare. It's because Obama's name is on it. That's the only reason. And then they can get away with a lot of scandals behind it. Apparently, Obamacare gets all this money and there's no books on it. It's just given to them. So it's just crazy in itself that there's no limits or anything on there what they can do with that money. They can do whatever they want with it.
Well, there you have it. Democrats just caved and bent the knee to Donald Trump and the Republicans. The government has been shut down for 40 days, and one of the main things that Democrats were asking for is an extension of the ACA subsidies so people have affordable health care that they can access. And the Republicans left it out of the bill, and we agreed. We agreed to that. People's premiums were doubling, tripling. And now the agreement is that we hope Republicans vote on it in December, which doesn't even guarantee a vote in the House. It is pathetic. And let me be clear, not every Democrat voted with the Republicans, so I'm going to read the names of the Democratic senators who did. You have Hassan from New Hampshire, Shaheen from New Hampshire.
You're gonna see, that's a funny frame to pause on, but you're gonna see a lot of it. They're singling out these Democrats. They are turning against each other. This is a good thing. If you are a Democrat, they will turn on you. You guys will turn on each other. It's already happening. Like in New York, it happened with Madami winning. It was pretty much a socialist versus a Democrat.
Fetterman, of course, from Pennsylvania, King from Maine, Kane from Virginia, Cortez Masto from Nevada, Rosen from Nevada, and
how are the Nevada senators like holding out on this? They're like in a purple state, right? Nevada's purple, right? The governor is a Republican. So that's weird how those senators were holding out in Nevada, knowing it's a purple state.
Durbin from Illinois. Republicans are the reason for the shutdown. They're the reason that healthcare prices are going to skyrocket for over 20 million Americans, but Democrats just allowed them to do it. We allowed them. We bent the knee, we caved. It is pathetic.
You know what's funny? They're saying that they're not helping Americans, but they are. It's just, these people are so disingenuous.
Tonight, 8 Democrats voted with the Republicans to allow them to go forward on this continuing resolution. And to my mind, this was a very, very bad vote. What it does, first of all, is it raises healthcare premiums for over 20 million Americans by doubling, and in some cases tripling or quadrupling. People can't afford that when we are already paying the highest prices in the world for healthcare. Number 2, it paves the way for 15 million people.
This dude's like limping towards the camera. Can you walk, bro?
The Care Act studies show that will mean that some 50,000 Americans will die every year unnecessarily. And all of that was done to give $1 trillion in tax breaks to the 1%. As everybody knows, just on Tuesday, we had an election all over this country. And what the election showed is that the American people want us to stand up to Trumpism.
Brother, they were in freaking blue cities. Like, why do they think it's a win? Like, why do they think this is going to turn over the elections in 2028? They're delusional. They are, what's it called? They're in denial. They can't accept that they lost, and many people don't agree with their policies. It's like they're just so delusional and they're so lost that they just don't want to accept it. They have to tell themselves, what we're doing is okay, what we're doing is okay, what we're doing is okay. No, it's not. And like I said, go ahead and win the far left blue states all you want. You ain't winning no purple states anytime soon.
To his war against working class people,
no,
to
it's
his
not.
authoritarianism. That is what the American people wanted, but tonight that is not what happened.
You are literally saying you're using people's pain and suffering for leverage, you goon. It's crazy. These Democrats will just continue to lie to your face. Why are you Democrats? People who comment on my posts and stuff and my videos, why are you Democrat? Why do you guys defend these people all the time? They don't care about you. They're such liars, bro.
I'm sure you guys are all aware that 8 Senate Democrats have made some kind of deal with Republicans. And this is what the deal includes. Funding the government until January 31st. A promise that a vote will happen in the Senate, not in the House, on ACA subsidies in December. Reverse layoff of Fed workers. Full year funding for the VA and full year funding for SNAP. Now, will the Republicans in the House agree to this? Because if they change anything, then there has to be a new vote in the Senate on it.
Why on earth would they try to change it? Like... This is what I mean. They're in denial. They lost. They just hope that it comes back.
There was a court filing with Trump. In the court filing, this was said. Unfortunately, by injecting itself with its erroneous short-term solution, the district court has scrambled ongoing political negotiations, extending the shutdown and thus undercutting its own objective of ensuring adequate funding for SNAP and all other critical safety net programs. Is the Trump administration claiming that they are using SNAP benefits and hungry-ass people as political leverage for the government?
They're in denial. This lady's in denial. She is a far left liberal that's just in denial. These Democrats will do something crazy, turn around and self-project themselves on you. That's what they do. They always do this. They are self-projecting, saying, oh, we're not using it as political leverage even though we said it. You're doing it. And I've noticed about these videos is a bunch of white liberals, a lot of white women that are saying stuff. I mean, obviously I showed a couple guys, but I think a good majority of the Democratic Party is white women liberals. I really believe so.
You want to know why we can't have nice things? Every last one of these motherfuckers. You see, these are the 8 Democrats that took one for the team for Chuck Schumer and voted to actually fucking reopen the government despite not getting ACA subsidies for the next year funded. The amount of people whose premiums have tripled, including my own. I can't afford healthcare next year, so now I go without.
Show receipts. I want to see receipts. Please show me receipts. She probably won't. She's probably lying. A lot of people lie too. That's what you know that you're dealing with a Democrat is when they lie. This is the Democratic Party. They are liars. Show proof. You're on a little green screen right now. Show proof of your bill that it tripled, like you said.
So Chuck Schumer, who is up for re-election, orchestrated all of them to defect for the Democrat Party.
She just literally said the quiet part out loud. She's literally saying that they're doing this because re-elections is coming up. That's why they kept it close. They don't give a crap about you guys. This lady is delusional. She's one of those zombies that I always talk about on this channel. It's crazy. It's really sad that people are just so disingenuous on this party, and it sucks.